I'm Ahmad, bro. And this is Tigers in the Wild.
Presented by Sunshine, their local John Deere dealer.
Offshore in the Gulf of America is about speed and strength. Where the drag screams, rods bend, and the fight can be lost in the blink of an eye.
Don't let the psycho. Don't let the psycho.
This isn't just fishing. This is competition. No crowd, no stadium lights, just open water and hard-pulling red snapper.
Red snapper isn't even the hardest fish, and I was struggling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With the biggest ones, it's probably more hard than the LSU weight workout.
I'm ready to go home now to that shoot.
And Tiger Tough on Bayou.
Yeah, boy.
We're back on the Gulf, continuing our offshore escape with two LSU Tigers who've traded their helmets for rods and reels.
This is man versus beast right here.
Defensive linemen Jacoby and Guillory,
All one day's work.
What's up?
and defensive end Ahmad Breaux.
And my name's Ahmad Breaux. I'm from Ruston, Louisiana, born in Lafayette. I'm an LSU Tiger.
When he's on the field, Ahmad Breaux brings discipline, speed, and a relentless drive to every snap.
Got it.
Yes, sir. That quick.
And out here, those same traits make all the difference. From the reef structures to the fast, deep runs of these Gulf red snapper, this is a different kind of competition.
Man, you know, it's a blessing, man. You know, a few years ago, this wasn't a thing. And we couldn't do things like this as football players and athletes and everything. So it's really a blessing that we get to, you know, have fun, doing what we love, along with being able to, you know, put food on our plate, put food on our family's plate. So it's a blessing, man.
So we're so fortunate to have our title sponsor, Sunshine Equipment, and piggybacking on NIL deals so that we can offer opportunities for student athletes. And these football players came down to the Gulf today to experience something through NIL that you normally wouldn't get an opportunity to do.
Still to come.
Well, Ahmad, thanks for coming back. And you know, I was looking at some of our pictures from our trip, just kind of reminiscing. I was kind of curious, have you ever been to Cypremort Point and that part of Louisiana?
Actually, yeah. You know, when I was younger, me and my dad, you know, he took me out there for my first fishing trip.
Oh, wow.
You know, I was about 6 years old. You know, it was a great experience. You know, we were catching drum out there, stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, it brought back some memories when we went back.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Global Outdoors. Find your next adventure and share your experiences with others by downloading the Global Outdoors mobile app or visiting globaloutdoors.com.
It's rare to find someone you can count on when it's go time. It's even more rare to find someone you can count on, well, all the time. At Sunshine, we're proud to offer the John Deere equipment you need and a team you can depend on and off the field. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today. Become a supporter of the Louisiana Wildlife Agents Association today by visiting supportlwaa.org. Browse the selection of exclusive gear, including t-shirts in a variety of colors and styles, plus hats, koozies, and more. Gear up today and support the LWAA. We're in St. James Parish today at Uncle Larry's. Come on in, show you what's going on here.
All right, ready, set, gumbo, Don.
We're at Elite Training Academy in Baton Rouge, not our normal location, and you may be wondering why we're starting here, but you'll see later when we bring some elite talent to Tigers in the Wild.
And my name's Ahmad, Breaux. I'm from Ruston, Louisiana, born in Lafayette. I'm an LSU Tiger.
Tell us a little bit about some of your earliest memories of being in the outdoors and who influenced you.
I grew up in Lafayette up until I was about 10 years old.
Okay.
So, like my grandpa, you know, he had me out on, you know, we had like a little stable, you know, horseback riding and stuff like that. You know, I was always outside, and then there were like little creeks and stuff. I would go fishing sometimes.
And you said growing up in Ruston, you and your buddies in high school, y'all would get together and go on hunts and...
Yeah, even like a party or something, it would always, you know, it would be outside in the woods somewhere, like with a fire or something, like stuff like that, you know, like hog hunting especially, you know, that's year round, you can do that anytime. Yeah, it's just, you know, we know how to have a good time.
We started off our trip bright and early, little delays, but we were able to make it out. We got a chance to go out on the opening weekend of snapper season. And it was an amazing trip. About a 60, 70 mile run out into the Gulf. Just recap our trip a little bit. You know, we had some weather delays, we had to fight some elements. Tell me what your expectations were. This is your first trip on an offshore to see the blue water. What were some of your expectations?
You know, my expectation going out there, I thought maybe I would get hooked on something I didn't want to get hooked on to. But I knew we were going to catch a lot because, you know, salt water, I mean, you drop it in there, something's coming back good.
Let's get a little closer.
Come here. We got to the area, our fishing location, and it was immediate chaos. What's happening? Hey, how we pulling these up? Oh. We're netting or we're pulling?
Here we go.
Yo. We had a blast once they caught their first fish. I could tell both the guys were checking each other out, keeping tabs on each other. And they were definitely comparing and taking notes on who had the bigger fish. But both of them caught quality fish, and we had the chance to be out on the opening weekend and really catch wonderful, wonderful red snapper.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Stay close.
Yeah, it's mine. It's mine, bro. Nah, bro. Man, look at mine.
Which one? Abel's the judge. Abel, which one?
Man, I thought it was amazing, man. I didn't know how easy it was to get hooked onto a fish in offshore because, you know, like, you know, in freshwater, you know, inland and everything, you know, you gotta wait, you gotta be patient and everything. But out there, no games being played. It's like that. My expectations were that like it was definitely gonna be easier to catch fish, you know what I'm saying, get hooked on one at least, but I didn't think it would be like that quick. Like it was just one after another, yeah, it just kept on coming. So I mean, it was definitely more than I expected it to be.
Yeah, got it.
Y'all need to hold this one. Y'all need to hold this one.
Hey, what you gonna tell Coach about your arm workout today?
Hey man, we don't need to do no more arm workouts for me. And these are right here.
I had the best time watching these guys fight these fish and battle. I literally could see their arms pumping and I could see the looks on their faces. They literally weren't expecting the type of battle they were in for.
Getting hooked onto something that big and then you feel that force, like, you know, it's, yeah.
I saw you guys, you know, kind of getting used to your body position, handling the reel.
Yeah.
And I looked over, dude, and I saw those biceps curling and the sweat coming off you. I said, man, that dude's working hard. And you were definitely, tell me what that was like and the, I guess the physicality of offshore fishing.
Man, it's definitely like you watch like channels like y'all and like Black Tape H and stuff like that. I mean, it looks like it's kind of fun, but like you would never think it like tires you out like that. Like I was tired, and like that's not even like a huge fish.
Got him. I see color.
You caught the biggest fish of the day. Tell us a little bit about that guy.
Man, it took about 5 minutes to get him up on the boat, but you know, it was a nice feeling to catch that, man. I've never done anything like that before, and it was a beautiful fish, you know, a beautiful red. It was a big difference. It was like night and day, honestly. Like catching a lighter fish compared to one of those big 16-pounders. It's like you think you hooked on to like, you know, a big fish like a shark or something, but a red snapper comes up, it's just bigger.
It always means a lot to us to be able to take these fine young gentlemen out in the great Louisiana outdoors. And I can tell you, they appreciated it greatly, and we deeply appreciated the time we spent and getting to know them as people off the field and getting out on the water and doing something, quite frankly, they've asked and have dreamed about doing. So being able to learn about their personal interests, their life, their families, their time in the outdoors, and spending time on the water with those guys was really, really, really wonderful. And that bonding, that fellowship, seeing what that means to those guys and how they do treat each other and the brotherhood that exists amongst the players and how we were able to continue to forge those bonds and help continue to build those relationships.
Got him.
Ahmad, bro. This is Tigers in the Wild, represented by Sunshine. Let's do it. Whew.
In Louisiana, food brings everyone together. These are the flavors that make friends out of total strangers. The flavors that remind you of home. It's the meals you crave, that take time, that show love. Because in Louisiana, we cook. And we know that when we come together to cook and eat, life gets better. So pull up a chair, leave room for seconds, and pass a good time. Because life needs Louisiana flavor, baby.
One of the reasons why Double D has been around for 50 years is because we are consistent with what built the business. And we go to great lengths to make sure that when you bring a deer or a hog or whatever it may be, your meat stays your meat all the way through the process. But we want to be as true to the original intent, which is a local meat company. And that's something that we want to maintain for as long as the Lord lets us do it.
Delta Marina is Plaquemines Parish fishing one-stop. Get live bait, fuel, ice, tackle, and marine supplies. Then launch into the world's most productive saltwater fishing. Return to the fishing cleaning station, relax in first-class cabins overlooking the Bayou, all in Delta Marina's safety video-monitored parking lot. Need a fishing charter guide? Delta Marina can hook you up. Cook your catch in your kitchenette or dine in the upstairs restaurant. Visit Delta Marina for a day or a week. Stop in just off Highway 11 down Rosemarie Drive in Empire. Visit thedeltamarina.com.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
Welcome to the kitchen of White Oak Estate and Gardens with Chef John Folse in a very fall-looking kitchen, I must say, John. It's appropriate.
I tell you what, some of the best foods of the season, though, in the fall, of course, hunting is kind of at its best, right? At that point in time, fishing is in. And then you have all this array of everything for color and flavor and some unique items that you don't see the rest of the year. You're familiar with this old Cushaw, right, huh? Now, most of the time people think of this as a decorative, you kind of have it for Halloween or something like that. But that was one of the great dishes that my Uncle Paul, I tell you about my Uncle Paul who had Cabanose hunting camp down in, not only a hunting camp, but it was all of the family would arrive there on a Sunday for extended family meals and food. And we learned to cook at the apron strings of Uncle Paul. And he was one of the, not only the great camp cook, but he was a great family cook. He was one of my great uncles. And he introduced me to not only the Cushaw, but all of the different pumpkins and gourds and squash. And what we have in here today is a great, great dish. We have in sweet potatoes, which of course is in the season. And we take in the Cushaw. Most people don't know if you cut it open, take the seeds out, you're gonna have something that has this beautiful color to it. We boil it on the shell, and then we just take a knife and we cut it off the shell after it's boiled, and we just boil it. We put a little sugar in the water as well. Now, if you take that and kind of mash it a little bit for me, we're gonna make what would be considered a side dish. It's a sweet side dish, but think about this as a pumpkin pie dish too. You could put it in pies or turnovers, breakfast dishes at a hunting camp or at the estate. You got that?
Now, these sweet potatoes, some people call them yams. Is there any difference between a yam and a sweet potato?
Well, I can tell you that at the end of the day, not much. But yams and sweet potatoes were defined separately by the area of the South they were raised in. And yams come from the African word yame, which means yummy, to eat. So that's where the word yam comes from.
They were talking about.
Now go ahead and mash those sweet potatoes. Now you see we combining a non-sweet dish, the Cushaw, to a sweet dish, the yams, and then I'll tell you what, let me grab this and you start throwing in. Look at the butter. How are you going to cook anything in Louisiana without butter, huh? And just a little bit, just go ahead. Yeah, just a little bit.
When you say a little bit,
Okay, now I'm going to mash that in like that really good. Now, why don't you throw in my sugar, my brown sugar? Right. Yeah, just throw it all in there. Just dump it in, I teach my cooks to say, dump it in. That's all we need to do.
One day I'm going to get a supervisory position here and get somebody else to do all this manual labor.
Anytime, but remember, we have a lot of fun, but we don't pay worth a damn, huh?
All right, now what is this spice here I'm getting ready to
do? Flour, but only put about half in. That's going to be my thickening agent, right? That's going to kind of thicken it up a little bit. Now, what would you do with this? I keep saying, it's a pie filling. We could also see it going onto the table in little turnovers or in little pies that would be hand it out to the friends and family as well. But now you see, so the creaminess of this is incredible. So let's put go ahead, more sugar, right? This is cane syrup. Look at that. So dump the cane syrup in there.
This might take a while.
Well,
that's pretty thick
once you eat it, you don't have to worry about being hungry for a while. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in, and then let it go a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna just stir it up well. And now the only thing I have to do now is add my spices to it.
Right.
And you can add my cinnamon, my nutmeg, my clove, all of those great flavors.
Oh, this is as much spice, I think, as we've used in a dish.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, well, it's made for that, and a little bit vanilla as well. So you have all the common spices, the clove, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, all of that, a little bit vanilla. Okay. And what about that bottle right there?
What are you going to do with that bottle?
Oh, I tell you what, that's our secret right here. Ah, that's our secret. Bourbon whiskey right here, a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, Uncle Paul wouldn't
now,
have.
Do you have to be 18 to eat this?
No, but it helps.
All right.
Go ahead, let's finish this up. The yams and the sweet potatoes are nice and creamy. Okay. Let's go ahead and add, you can add the cream in here, just about, half of that, that's good. And the eggs next, and the eggs are gonna hold it all together. So just whip the eggs, you can whip them up and dump them right in here. I can see you're an egg whipping expert right there, because I see you've been doing that a long time.
I got whipped by a few and I whipped a few.
Now, of course, the eggs are gonna hold it all together, right? I mean, it's gonna make it nice and dense. Now, I want you to think about this a little bit. There's a lot going on in this bowl. I mean, all of the yams, the sweet potatoes, the sugar, all of the spices, the cane syrup, the bourbon. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is one of those celebratory dishes, as I said, that goes in that big crock that my mare and Papa used to always have on the table when the children visited on Sunday. Well, it's gonna go right into an oven, and we're gonna bake it at 350 degrees. It's gonna take about 45 minutes or so. And then we can add a little bit of that powdered sugar to it. Let me put a little bit more of that in here. This is my portion. Now you sprinkle a lot of powdered sugar on top of that. We need more sugar, in other words, right? And and again, right. So I think you can see this is a simplistic dish. It's a dish of generations in South Louisiana. It certainly found its way on the holiday tables, the main tables, and the hunting camp.
And if you'd like to try this at home, you can find this on all of our episodes. We have our cooking features at BayouWildTV.com and also in your cookbook called Can You Dig It, the vegetable book.
Absolutely, Can You Dig It, that's it.
Where will we find the book?
In all of the bookstores, we have it all in there. You can just call us at our office, Chef John Folse and Gonzalez, and we'll get it to you.
Well, let's get rid of these people and go test this Cushaw.
Yeah, y'all get out of here. Y'all get out of here.
Let's go.
We love you, though. Y'all just get out of here.
It's rare to find someone you can count on when it's go time. It's even more rare to find someone you can count on, well, all the time. At Sunshine, we're proud to offer the John Deere equipment you need and a team you can depend on and off the field. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a non-profit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.
In Louisiana, food brings everyone together. These are the flavors that make friends out of total strangers. The flavors that remind you of home. It's the meals you crave, that take time, that show love. Because in Louisiana, we cook. And we know that when we come together to cook and eat, life gets better. So pull up a chair, leave room for seconds, and pass a good time. Because life needs Louisiana flavor, baby.
You're watching Bayou TV, award-winning outdoor programming. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or visit the website BayouWildTV.com to watch past episodes. Today was more than just a fishing trip. It was a chance for these Tigers to prove that competition isn't limited to the field.
Better catch up, Ahmad. Better catch up.
The Gulf doesn't give anything for free.
That might be my last one of the day, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Just like your strength coach. Just one more.
Yeah, just one more.
One more.
So how's it feel? You sacking big snapping like you sacking quarterbacks today, man. How you feel?
Man, I'm tired to death. I'm gonna take a good nap when we get back to Baton Rouge. And I'm not gonna wake up till tomorrow morning.
All right, all right.
Well, we're so grateful to Dr. John Rainey and Matt Rainey. The Rainey family are well-known red snapper fishermen in their area out in Cypremort Point. The Rainey family are huge LSU fans through and through, and you could just see how grateful and appreciative they were to be able to afford this opportunity to these young men and take them out, take them on the water. It was really something special.
I think every year we've looked forward since we decided to talk about doing this, and it's been something I've actually tried to set up as often as I can and just to contribute and help out in any little way we can.
From the rigs of the Gulf to Saturday nights in Tiger Stadium, it's a familiar tradition. Rise to the challenge, respect the moment, and finish strong.
Great hospitality, great people in general, man, real nice people. And I'm glad they, had the time, took the time out of their day to come out and take us out here. And I really appreciate them.
Another day of adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage of Bayou Wild.